Hello. We are going to take a look at Figma, radio buttons, and toggle switches. And the first one of a two-part series will be on how to make a toggle switch. So let's jump over to Figma. I just have an empty canvas. I've just changed the color to gray so it's easier to see things, but we're going to work a lot on the canvas to build our components for this. So I first want to make a circle. Generally, the rectangle is the tool that you'll find here. There's two ways to get to the ellipse tool. You can either select it from the menu, or you can just type the letter O and it will jump to this tool. So I've selected ellipse. I'm going to draw a circle, and to make it a circle, if I hold down shift, it will jump to be a circle. Let's make it kind of crazy big. Okay. And now I want to make this auto layout frame. So I can right click and choose add auto layout. I'll also be using Shift A to make things auto layout today. Cool. So now we have that. I'm just going to boost the padding on top and bottom first to 20. Since this is a gigantic toggle, you probably want one that's more like 36 inches, but it's fun to go big. And then I'm just going to give it a color. Let's see, the fill of white. Let's make this the default one red because it's going to be off. And then I want to color the whole frame. So the frame right now is transparent. I want to actually give it a fill. And I don't know. Let's just be fun. We'll do like a blue. Okay. So I also want to give the frame a radius, corner radius. So here's the corner radius tool. 100 basically will make it a circle. And then we want to actually expand it. So right now it's 110. I want to double the width. So I'm going to call it 220. And now, because auto layout is on and it's selected to the far center left, it's going to keep that toggle on the left side. Okay, so we've got pretty much everything we need so far. You could add more features, like, I don't know, you could do a white stroke or something fun, whatever you want. Let's give it like a 4 pixel stroke. You could add a little border, a drop shadow. I don't like the drop shadow right out of the box, so what you can do is click on this little icon, and then I like to just change either the transparency to 15, so it's really subtle, or you can change the color, but I'm just going to do black 15. Okay, so let's make this a component. Two ways. You can do Option Command K or Option Control K on a PC, or you can right click or 2-finger click to get to create component down here. Now I have a purple box, and see how there's like 4 diamonds? This means it is a parent component, and I want to add a variant to this. So I'm going to right click on it again. I'm going to say main component. There's a little sub menu, and I can choose add variant. That will create a second one. So let's name this and give values for each one. So I've clicked on the main frame for this component, and right now, where are you? It's called property 1. So let's change it to toggle. And then the first one, instead of default, which is fine, we're going to call it off. And the second one, instead of variant 2, we're going to call it on. So that's the value of this toggle switch. And I want this to not be red, and I want it to be on the right-hand side. So I've clicked on just this component, the whole frame. Where is it? Interesting. Okay, it should be using... There it is. I'm looking up here. It's under auto layout. So right now it's center left. We want it to be center right. And then I'm going to click into the circle, and instead of red, let's change it to a nice green. That's a good green. Okay, so now I have let's also just change the name of this frame. I'll just call it toggled component. Component. Cool. So there is a toggle of off and a toggle of on. Cool. So let's make a frame to test this out. Oh, one more thing. I almost forgot. We need to wire these together. So if up here on the far top right, if you want to click on prototype to go to the prototype tab, I'm going to click on the first component. And when I hover over it, I'll see this little blue. These are kind of tight, but and I'll drag it down and I'll say on click, change to toggle. And then because there's only two values, it's automatically assuming that it's like an on off Boolean value. So I'm going to leave that as is. And then animation, I'm going to say, let's smart animate it, and I'll just leave the defaults. And then same thing from the green to the red. I want to click on it, hover over that little blue circle, drag it up to the top, and then I'm saying on click, change to toggle off, and then it's basically mimicking the first selection I made. So smart animate is on already. Cool, our component is done. So if we go to assets, we should have our lovely component in here. So I want to make a frame. So the letter F will change to the frame tool, or you can always select it from the menu. And I'm just going to drag something that will be big enough for our gigantic toggle. You can always drag from files from the file menu, like drag components. I like to go to assets so that I make sure that I'm creating an instant and I'm not accidentally dragging my original component over. So here's our gigantic toggle. I'm going to click on the frame, and under the play icon, right next to it, there's this little drop down arrow. If you click on it, you can see that you can present the whole screen you can do option command return, or you can preview with shift space. So I'm going to preview it. It'll make basically just like a tiny little prototype. So I've clicked on the frame name. I'm going to go shift space. That will bring up the toggle. And now, hopefully, if I click on it, it goes from off to on. Yay, toggle. Okay, and then you can just drag from assets now into your design and use the toggle wherever you need it. Alrighty, thank you.